right, everybody, we're back. Vin Chip, Wise Guys Barbecue Podcast. And once again, we have a fantastic guest here. You know, we've been talking about Kids Q a lot because it's kind of a passion of ours, seeing the younger generation get involved in barbecue.
It's so thrilling, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like they're going to carry it into the next, era.
I love
barbecue.
every piece of the barbecue community. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But when you deal with, especially this time of year, because competition is heating up right now, and when you deal with those, I don't want to say professional competitors, but those constant competitors, they're dialed in. They're just
Absolutely.
hard to
Absolutely.
But when you deal with the kids, as hard as they try, as well as they cook, they just have a blast while
They're
they're
still
doing it.
wide-eyed and like taking it all in,
They're just having a blast.
and they're just having a great time.
Absolutely. That's why I like talking to them.
Yeah, and we got a great guest, Vin. We got Laura Whiteside from Ballers BBQ. She does a fantastic job, not only in barbecue, but in basketball and dealing with special needs children on a lot of levels. So this is going to be a great conversation.
Yeah, so that's what I find fascinating about this girl, because she's only in 8th grade, I think.
She's going into 9th, correct?
Yeah, so she'll tell us all about that. But she's got a full docket of work that she does with this barbecue, with this basketball, and the help she gives to special needs. It's just amazing. So yeah, should we get into it?
Yeah, let's jump right into it. Here we go.
All right, great. All right, well, here we are, folks. We're with Laura Whiteside from Ballers BBQ. Laura is a fanatic Kids Q participant, loves barbecue as well as basketball, which you can see she's at a practice right now, and she does some great work with children who have maybe ADHD or Down syndrome. So she comes to us as an introduction through Kathy Trainer and her exclusive barbecue events. So we're delighted to have her here today. Welcome, Laura. Thanks for being on the show.
Of course, I'm so happy to be on.
Yeah, this is great. So, when did you get started with this whole thing? How old were you when you started with Kids Q?
I started in Kids Q when I was about like 10 or 11 years old.
Okay. Where did you start? Have you always been with Kathy, or did you start somewhere else?
Yeah, I actually started with Kathy's Weekend of Giving in October, November area.
Yep, you got it.
After COVID. Like it was nice knowing that I had something to look forward to after COVID.
Yes,
Gotcha.
That's great.
I mean, we see that a lot, don't we? Like a lot of people got started like when COVID hit.
Exactly.
Like they were looking for something to do, something to get outside, and that seems to be a theme running through a lot of the barbecue people.
COVID was the launching pad, right?
Launching pad, right?
Get outside and have some kind of community spirit when you didn't have other things going on. Yeah, for sure. And so, what, you were 10 years old when you participated in your first Kids Q?
Yeah.
All right.
So I participated when I was 10, and I beat out the oldest kid there.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
That's awesome.
They must have loved you.
Yeah.
No, not so much, I bet. Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that is great.
What
Now,
do
do you remember the ancillary? What did you cook? What was your favorite cook that day? What was going on?
So the ancillary, like the competition was anything wrapped in bacon.
Yeah.
And so I did armadillo eggs.
Oh my God, where do you get armadillo eggs? I never heard of such a thing.
I'm going to say Texas, but
so it is it's normally a jalapeno pepper, but I did a sweet pepper.
Okay.
So it's a sweet pepper stuffed with cream cheese and cheddar cheese filling.
Okay.
Like wrapped in sausage and ground beef, and then wrapped in bacon.
Oh wow.
That's almost like a kind of like a Scotch egg.
Yes, I know a Scotch egg.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Like.
Where'd you get that idea?
My dad actually gave it to me. He was like, "You could do an armadillo egg," and I was like, "Yeah, that sounds cool."
That does sound cool.
That does sound cool, Dad.
That's
Good job,
awesome.
Dad. All right, so let me ask you. Does your dad cook? Does your dad a barbecue guy? Like, where'd you learn from? Who'd you learn from? Dad, mom, or both?
I learned from my dad. My dad, he does all of the barbecue. So he'll do the brisket, he'll do the chicken, he'll do the ribs, he'll do the pork.
Okay.
But the yeah, I'm starting to take over the ribs
Oh, nice.
a little bit,
Uh-oh.
Okay.
and then my mom is starting to take over the chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's got some teammates there that are going to pick up the slack. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's great to
Good
cook
job.
together like that. How are you?
Except for at Cora.
Hey, Cora?
Yep.
What about
at
Cora?
So the rib auction,
Yes.
at the rib auction, we're two separate teams for
Oh.
the
Oh,
ribs.
okay.
really?
All right.
Was it that way last year?
Yes, it's been that way for the past 2 years now.
Nice. And who gets the higher bid? You or your dad?
I don't really know, but
Dad's not telling you, is he?
no, Chad does a really good job of like doing like the bidding and stuff
Yeah.
and
Right.
like yelling out the bids.
Yes.
So I think that normally I get the higher bid
There you
because
go.
I'm like
I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I normally get the higher bid because they like want to support me more than him.
Right.
So.
Right. That's right.
Well, brutally honest, but
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, younger competitors usually get that
Yeah.
advantage, and you make sure you take
Yeah.
advantage of that whenever you can.
Yeah.
As long as you can.
As long as you
Absolutely.
can. So, are you going to Cora this year as well?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Awesome.
That's
So
great.
the kid that we normally help out
Yep.
is aging out of kids queue this year.
Okay.
So we might get paired with a new kid, we might not.
Yep.
We don't know.
So, and help me with that. What age is that? Is it 15 that you age out?
It's 16, I think. It's 16.
Okay. All right. Good. All right. Cool. Yeah. So you'll get another.
When you
kid
say
from-
when you say you're working with a kid, what do you mean? How does that happen?
You're
So
a Cora rookie.
yeah.
I am.
Go ahead. Explain it
So
to him.
for
Explain it to him,
Cora-
Laura.
Oh, okay. Wait, are you actually playing me?
Yeah, I want you to explain it to
Yeah,
Chip.
no,
He
no,
has
seriously,
No clue.
I have-
He's
I
got
have-
no clue.
Okay. I don't know.
No, just look at me. This clueless face is the real
I don't
thing.
know. Okay. So what I do is well, technically it's my dad, but I help out more
Yes.
because I like kids better than he does.
Oh my God! Don't ever
So-
say that again.
Wow.
Well,
Love it.
it's kind of true.
You call her the bus.
Yeah. I throw people under the bus a lot.
There you go. There you go. All right. I get it, Dad.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll like reach out to the kid if they have like a phone number or something
Yep.
that Kathy gave to me.
Sure.
So then I'll be like, hey, what do you want to cook for this category, which this year's is blueberries.
Yes.
And so then I figure out what they want to cook, and then we grab all the stuff that they want, that they need, and we bring it to Cora, and then they meet us at our site the
Yep.
day of Cora,
Yep.
like for the kids queue,
Yep.
and then we just cook.
Nice.
We just spread the love of cooking.
Yep.
That's awesome. And so they take part in the whole process with you, and
Yeah.
right up to the end, you guys like team up and come up with whatever you come up with. That's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I think I kind of did
And
know
they
that, but I
choose
wasn't
what
sure about
they-
that.
Yeah, and they choose what they like do.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
So-
The Shriners do a really great job getting the Kid Q's participants, and they match them up with the teams. So you're going to be all right. So I'm getting this straight now. You're going to be competing at Cora as Baller BBQ, and you're going to be hosting a child through the Shriners that you'll cook with. And there you go. And you'll be and both you and your dad will be competing in the rib auction Saturday night. Oh, that's great.
Yes.
All right, good. I'm making all those notes because I'm gonna be looking for you guys. We're definitely coming up this year, and we're gonna check that out.
Yeah.
All right. So Cora is going to be dynamite. What is your next competition you'll be cooking in? Will it be Cora, or do you do something before that?
My next competition will be a competition in New Hampshire, Hampstead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now who?
So that is a
Go
That
ahead.
is a backyard.
Okay.
That
Yep.
is a backyard competition.
Yep.
So it's not like a KCBS or NEBS or anything like that.
Sure.
So I'll be competing in ribs, chicken, and pork, and then I will be doing a side
Okay. Do you
for
have
that.
is it chef's choice on the side or is it mandatory? Chef.
It is mandatory.
So what's
So, yeah, they're
Yeah.
okay?
decide
Cool.
what you-
Very cool.
Yeah.
And how many competitions do you get into every year? Couple, three, or
I would say like 4 or 5 roughly.
that's a lot. That is a lot.
Yeah,
That's
with everything
cool.
else
Yeah.
she's got going on, that's a busy schedule. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Our summer is jam packed with
Yep.
basketball and soccer and barbecue.
Sure.
And I'm also CITing at a camp nearby. So
Oh, good for you.
Oh yeah, you're super
Outstanding.
busy. So tell us about basketball. I mean, obviously, Baller BBQ, that tells us a lot right there. But what? So are you in a summer teenage league or are you just practicing right now? What are you doing?
yeah. So right now, since I'm in 8th grade,
Yep.
I can work with my high school coach.
Oh, nice.
And so I'm getting as much time as I can in with my high school coach
Yep.
before I can't talk to him anymore.
Right. They have
And
that.
I go into soccer.
So when school ends, that's it. You guys can't interact until school starts again.
Oh, when it starts.
No. So we can interact like all summer long
Yep.
up until August 1st.
Right.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's when I can
Okay.
That's
All
when
right.
I
Good. All right.
interact with
Then
him.
she's in soccer and he can't touch any basketball players until the basketball season.
Wow.
Yep,
Crazy.
Yeah.
very familiar with that.
So what's your goal with basketball? Are we looking to go anywhere after high school
Well,
or
wait,
just
wait.
get
Don't let it tell us. Let's guess. What position do you play?
guard,
No.
point guard,
No,
What?
they say shooting
No.
forward. Shooting forward, right?
center?
No.
I've only got
I'm
3 more to
I'm
guess.
I'm a big right now.
A
I'm a
big.
post.
You're a bit.
Okay, all right.
Well, you look.
Yes, I'm a
you,
post.
you look. You're sitting down. I know, but you look tall. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking
Yeah,
you're probably
I am. I'm
a big. A big makes sense to me. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I am 5'9.5" right
Oh.
now. So
Okay.
we're
nice.
hoping to get 6'5".
Nice.
How tall's your dad?
Yeah, your dad didn't look
Six-
tall. He's
6 foot.
he's 6 foot. So your mom's tall.
Oh,
No. She's like I'm taller than her. So I'm
Oh
trying
my
to,
God. Yeah.
use as much out of this guy as I
Okay.
can.
That's great. Good for you. All right,
hoping
so
to
you're
get
a big-
6'5".
Yeah, well then then that's why I said we're going to guess. She's going all the way. She's going D1, D2.
6'5".
We're going to be watching her in the WNBA soon.
Well, that's cool. I can live with that. I can live with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
My dream school to play for is Ohio State.
Oh,
there you go.
Buckeyes. Okay, why?
So my dad's family
Yep.
is from there.
Okay.
And so it's all a big cluster of
It's all
Ohio
Buckeyes
State.
or nothing,
it.
right? Down with Michigan.
Yeah. No, Michigan.
Yeah, there's no such thing. Is
We
there?
don't like
I don't think
Michigan.
Michigan has a school.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe
pretty
not. Not in Ohio, they don't.
Nope.
Awesome. So Ohio State, fantastic. That's a huge
Yeah.
school. That's a huge school.
Fantastic.
So let me ask you a question real quick. What do you think your best accomplishment was in barbecue so far? Like what was your main thing, the best that you did with something?
Yeah, what were you proudest of?
Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for.
I am very proud of me being out the 16-year-old.
Okay.
And also getting the inclusivity award last year.
Okay. Who
And,
gave you that? Was that a Kathy Turner award?
Yes.
Yeah, Kathy.
Yeah.
So I was helping. Well, we got down at the venue very early.
Yep.
And so they were trying to roll up the sheets, and I didn't it was so fast that I didn't even know. But it was about to hit somebody, I guess,
Oh boy.
and I stopped it from happening. So
I'm so lost. What do you mean roll up the sheets? What sheets?
so it was like a canopy tent,
Yeah.
and you could roll up the side panels.
Okay. And you were doing that, and you were about to hit someone, but then you stopped.
You saved them?
The wind was Yeah,
Oh,
the
I
wind was
got it.
blowing like the side panels and stuff.
Now I understand. Okay, yep. And
Yeah.
so you saved the day with the side panels rolling them up.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So in addition to basketball, barbecue,
She's a superhero.
she's a superhero. I was just gonna say she's Supergirl also. So okay, I just want to get them all.
Fantastic.
Make sure I got them all in there
Good.
at once. If I wasn't feeling bad enough about myself,
So, what else do we need to know about basketball? What do you? So you're participating during the summer with your soon-to-be high school coach. Do you what teams do you have at your high school? Do you have a freshman JV varsity team, or is it just a varsity team? How does that work?
So we have a JV and varsity team for the girls program.
Yep.
But for the boys, they have a lot more like people that want to try out.
Gotcha.
So they do a first team, JV and varsity team.
Gotcha. Okay, good. So you'll be looking to play in that JV team this year as a freshman, right? That'll be a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be a goal of yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
What-
One of my
Varsity.
friends.
Charlie
Yeah.
wants you to go varsity.
Yeah. One of my friends last year, she's a freshman this year. She made varsity as a freshman.
Oh,
So
wow.
What?
Okay.
Wow.
Good. And what position is that?
she plays a small forward, I think.
Okay.
Roughly.
Yeah. All right. Good. Do you got a good jumper from the outside? Can you tickle the twine? No, you can't tickle the
No,
twine.
just turn
No,
and dunk.
No, I don't have that high of a vert, or I can't. I'm very bad at shooting threes.
Okay.
Like we were practicing tonight, and
Yeah. Well,
It wasn't happening for you.
nope.
Yeah. Well, you're looking at a pair of old dudes that watched basketball in the '80s. We're not a big fan of the threes either. We like to see people,
Yeah.
grind it out in the lane for sure. But
Yeah.
that's great.
The shorts are a lot better than when we wore them.
Yeah, no doubt. The uniforms are a lot
Shorts,
better.
they were the shortest things I've ever worn in my life. Those shorts.
Yeah, they were embarrassing.
Oh my God.
So
Anyway,
great.
I digress.
So tell us about. All right. So we heard about your barbecue. We heard about your basketball, which we think's terrific, and we know the commitment not only you put forward with that, but your family must put forward with it. So good job, Dad.
Yeah.
Is your mom at all the games too? Right? You said.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's my biggest like basketball supporter.
Nice. And that is a job for a parent. I remember driving everywhere for all the different leagues. So that's great. So great job, parents. Tell us about, the work you do. You had mentioned that I think someone in you're close to has ADHD, and also
Yes.
someone else you might have dealing with Down syndrome. Tell us about that work you do.
Yes. So my brother has ADHD combined type. So what that means is there is a visual ADHD, which is like most commonly seen.
Yep.
And then there is a not so hyperactive ADHD where people don't really see.
Okay.
So the one where people don't really see, he's like very quiet and like doesn't really like do anything, and he
Yep.
just plays by himself. But then, you see the hyper ADHD like all the time.
Sure.
So, he's like running around, yelling,
Yeah.
having like a ball.
Yeah.
So is he? How old is he?
He is 7.
Okay.
He got diagnosed roughly around last year, if I'm remembering correctly.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so how does that happen? Did you guys notice something in his behavior that you thought was a little out of the ordinary?
Yeah, my parents noticed it, and so we went to the neurologist,
Mhm.
and we got a diagnosis.
Yeah. Yeah. So that, for me, that tells me you have tremendous patience, because when dealing with, kids like that, especially, you just have to keep taking deep breaths and just keep calm, right? And just keep your composure.
Yeah, it's so funny. I want to be either a life skills teacher,
Okay.
which is dealing with kids with autism and Down syndrome. And then I also want to be a kindergarten teacher,
Oh, wow.
because the kindergarteners are so cute and so little.
Absolutely.
Right? They haven't been ruined yet, right?
Yeah.
They're still pure and having a great time in the sandbox. Yeah,
That's great.
I know.
Well, those are
Well,
some,
we have a friend that actually runs autism project at New York University, so when you start getting into that, further into your education and things like that, we do have some connections there.
Yeah,
Mike Carley,
Okay.
Mike Carley is running the autism program at New York University, and he's
also, that's the work Maria does, right?
Maria works with special needs kids in the school setting.
Okay,
You know.
older kids.
I think she's in 5th grade. She does 5th or 6th.
Oh,
grade.
I see.
Yeah.
But it's learning skills.
Yeah.
It might not be behavioral skills.
Yeah, she just basically is the teacher and it's a shame. And long story short, it's a shame because they're kind of forcing in where we are. They're kind of forcing the autism kids into the regular classroom where they don't get as much attention that they need, and it's you understand they get very distracted by everything, and
Sure.
so having them in a class with everybody else that is doing all these crazy things, it can be very hard on them. So they're really having a battle of them getting their own time and their own individual attention that they need.
Yeah.
But anyway,
My mom works in the life skills program at
Okay.
our elementary school.
Okay.
And then for the past 3 years, I have been going to Special Olympics for my school.
Oh, that's so
for
awesome.
you,
That's so awesome. Good for you.
love it,
All right.
love it.
Great. So it sounds like you'll have your hands full this summer, both with basketball and barbecue. And it also
Yeah.
sounds like we're going to see you at Cora because we're going to both be there unless something.
Unless we win the lottery and we're in Vegas, but other than that,
So we'll see you there, and we'll be bidding on your ribs, and we'll make sure we only bid on your ribs, not your dad's.
yeah. So give us we got to come up with a signal like, yeah. We know which one's a bid on, and
Yeah.
we'll get it done.
Oh no, she'll be right on stage.
Really, you go right up there?
Yeah, they go up
These
there.
are mine.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
cool.
hooting and hollering.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, great. All right. And then please, if after, maybe after that event too, we can have you back on the show and, we can talk about how you did with that event and more of that information for our audience. That'd be great. We'll know, we'll have known because we'll be there, but not our audience. So that'd be fun.
Can we put the Good Charcoal Company in, please?
Absolutely. So
Perfect. Thank you.
this is not the first time we had a Kids Q sponsored by Good Charcoal. Do they specialize in Kids Q events or something?
No, so I actually reached out to them.
Oh, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, good for you.
Oh yeah.
How long you been cooking with them, and what do you like about their product?
I love how Good Charcoal always has clean burns and
Yeah.
you can't really taste like the smoky flavor in like the meat or anything like that.
Oh, that's great.
It's not overpowering. It's very subtle.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good.
Yep.
How do I get one
So
of those
when
hats?
I do
Call-
when I do
call the
like
Good
baking
Charcoal.
cooks,
Yes.
so when I do like baking cooks,
Yeah.
it's super easy to just like put in the smoker and not have to worry about it tasting charcoaly.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I don't know. No, blueberries is Cora's this year, but I think the one
Yeah.
was Mass and May cupcakes. Did they do cupcakes in Mass and
Yes.
May?
Massive. Yes.
So yeah, so that's what you're talking about when you're baking in a smoker with Good Charcoal. You're not getting that wood taste in the cupcake. Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. I understand now. See, look at this. I'm
Was
learning
she in
stuff.
Mass and May?
She was at Mass. Were you
How'd
at
you,
Ma-
how'd you do it, Mass and May? You were in it, right?
Yeah, I was.
Uh-oh.
The sausage fatty wasn't very good,
Uh-oh.
but the cupcake was really good.
What was your
Good.
cupcake?
My cupcake was a lemon poppy seed cupcake with a raspberry cream cheese frosting.
Sounds delicious. Yeah.
So it wasn't a stuffed brisket cupcake with bacon wrapping or anything. No. Okay. All right.
No. good.
No.
Okay.
right.
Sounds good though. Sounds awesome.
Well, Laura, thank you very much for being on the show again. This was delightful. I think our audience is going to love to meet you. And besides thanking you, I want to thank your dad. I think we've been going back and forth. I've been driving him crazy. So please thank him. Thank him for all his patience. And this is great. I wish you the best. Keep up the hard work. We'll check in with you maybe right after Cora. We'll see you at Cora, but we'll check in again after Cora and maybe do another episode. This is great.
Perfect.
Good stuff.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
You're
Hopefully
welcome.
stay in touch. We'd like to hear
Yes,
about it.
we will.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Hey, Laura, thank you very much. That was awesome. I love meeting you. I love everything you do. And I hope for your big success coming up. And I I can guarantee you one thing: you're definitely winning over your dad the rib auction at Cora Cares
That's
this
a
year.
bold
'Cause-
statement.
Well, I'm going to be there and I'm going to be supporting her.
You always
I
like
think-
throwing down the gauntlet and creating controversy, don't you?
I just think she's got
Competition.
I think her ribs are going to be better than her dad's.
Okay.
Maybe I'm wrong.
The
but
beauty
I'm
of it is that we're going to be there and we're going to be able to find out firsthand right there. We'll see. And we'll give give you folks a final grade when we get back. From
absolutely. So hope you folks love that. And, because of that, I'll remind you, please, subscribe, share this video with your friends. That's how we get more recognition to show more wonderful things like Laura and other Kids Q competitors coming up. And I'd love to have, we should definitely have her back on, Charlie. And
Oh yeah, no, we need to keep an eye on her because I think she's going places, man.
Yeah.
That whole, she wants to wants to be a life skills teacher with the special needs kids.
she's going to be 6'9".
She's gonna be in the WNBA, and yeah, we need to maintain contact with her because she's going places definitely.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Laura. Thank you,
great
Dad. Dave, thanks very much for putting up with us. I know we've been back and forth trying to get the schedule figured out. It's busy time of the year. Somebody
Sure
told me,
is.
who told me that? I think it was our buddy Bob Bowman. He called it the
Big Bob
competition.
Jenga.
Barbecue competition Jenga
Yes.
time of year. It's just when
Yes.
you got these multiple competitions and multiple divisions, and you got to pick and choose where you want to go because there's different angles.
And everybody's watching like who's going to this competition and who did what at this
Well,
way.
there's so many
it's
different
like-
facets to get that.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face
There's
it.
a lot of strategy to it.
The World Series of Barbecue is the jack, and everybody wants to get there, and there are different ways to get there, and you got to play cards right, and these guys know how to do it, and they're just killing it. We actually applaud Fire at the End of the Day right now is just on a streak. They're just having congratulations, guys.
Yeah, you guys
Keep
are
it
on a
up.
roll.
Yeah, keep it up for sure. But
Keep it on.
talk about doing some barbecue skills. I heard you're getting ready.
Well, I shot my mouth off and said I was going to buy a smoker because the dirty little secret about me is that I don't cook too much. I don't smoke too much barbecue. I eat a lot of it, but I haven't gone into the realm of cooking, so I went and bought
Culinary
myself.
aspect.
Yeah, the culinary aspect. Trying to improve the culinary aspect of my game.
So how are you going to attack it? Like I know you said you were putting your smoker together.
Okay, so here's the dirty story. I had it sent to my place of employment, and I had one of our engineers put it together for me.
Smart man, you are.
Jose, best $40 I ever spent. Thank you, brother. And he just blew right through it. And
Good. So it's
Yeah.
done.
So it's done. It's ready to go. And
Is it at your home or is it at your work?
it's in transit.
Okay.
And
As
I
much-
think it's really
as much
it's
as I'm
gonna
gonna get?
Yeah, it's gonna go actually not at my house, but at my son's place. Because
Okay.
he has a nice cooking area in the backyard and a deck, and
Yeah.
I think I got a nice spot put aside for it, and he actually has a nice kitchen set up there, so where I can do some prep work. And I'm going brisket right out of the gate. I know everybody told me don't do it,
Do it. Don't
do it. Do shoulder, do
Yep.
pork butt,
Get a pork. They're
but
more
you aren't the
forgiving.
boss of me,
Yeah.
okay? And I'm doing brisket, okay? And it's
All right, fine.
we're gonna see.
Fine.
We're gonna see whether
Now you're
whether I got anything to bring to the table or not.
your boys live together, right? They're in an
Yeah.
apartment together. Okay,
Yeah.
so they're
Yep.
both there. So what you did is you turned your boys into a barbecue culinary chefs. You're never gonna cook anything on that thing.
They don't know that yet.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
know, but they will after this episode. Yes.
Oh God, that's great.
Yeah, but they're all right. They're willing victims. So as long as they bring the beer and
Yeah.
know,
Well, that's what it's all
other
about.
things.
That's
Yeah,
all about.
So good chance for some some family time together and
And if the you know what really hits the fan, just call the butcher. He'll come down.
Yeah,
there.
you know,
he'll straighten you out in a second.
he would just come on here and rat me out, snitch me out
He
so
would.
bad.
That's true.
You know,
He's got a little Fredo in him.
I've got to be a big fella and do it myself and,
Yeah,
and see how it comes out. But
That's how you learn. That's how you learn. Everybody
I've
starts.
studied it enough. I should be able to put it in practice. We're gonna find out.
Good. Well, I wish you the best.
You will find out.
I wish you the best with that $200 and something brisket. They're only
from the meat bar. Only the best.
The hams are only $15 at BJ's, my friend. Just so you know. But,
Nope.
That's great.
Nope.
That's great. So
that's what we have to look forward to. But yeah, the weather has been that great on the weekend, so I'm looking for a little break in the weather, and then we'll get it done.
All right, awesome.
Get her
Look forward to that.
done. Yeah.
All right, everyone. Well, as I hope you enjoyed the show as much as we did, Laura. Thank you again. Thank God for kids like you, and keep up the great work. And eat more barbecue, and I'd love to see and hear from more of our listeners with events coming up. So, peace.
Adios.
Yeah.